don't deserve this. Really, I'm just trying to stay alive on the surface. But
Yo, check this out. It's on the Ground Up Podcast, episode 104. I have gum in my mouth right now, so you might hear a little smacking in the mic, and my throat is hurting. It's kind of fucked up right now. I got a hangover. You know, I literally just got up like at 4, got everything out of my system, and came here. When you text me, I really thought about saying no.
I was wondering. I don't know.
I was going to say no. I was like, nah, I got to get it done. Fuck missing days. I can't miss days this time around. But this is 104, and we have Crystal,
Derek,
and Derek. Crystal hit me on Facebook, correct?
Yeah.
So Crystal hit me and said she wanted to come on, and I asked her what is it that she does, and she said, what is it again?
I'm a health educator. I do HIV prevention work.
Do me a favor, slide it. No, just slide the mic closer to you, to your mouth. Pause.
Yeah, I don't like,
bad, right?
you know. Anywho, and the topic we talking about, you feel?
Exactly.
Okay, so moving on. I do HIV prevention work for Iris House.
For who?
Iris House. That's the company, well, the organization that
Iris
I work
House.
for. Yes, Iris House.
Oh, okay. Yeah, both do.
yes.
How long have y'all been doing it?
I've only been doing it, I think, coming on 7 years or 8 years in August.
I've only? That's a long time to say I've only.
No, because he's been doing it longer than me. So
Right.
that's
I was
only.
doing it for 10 years.
10 years?
Yes. But I went with Iris House for 4.
Yeah.
So this is not, is this your company or?
No,
No.
our CEO name is Ingrid Floyd. She also is from Plainfield. But our main office, like the bigger office, is in New York.
Right.
And then she came out to Jersey. So I've been with Iris House in New Jersey since the beginning.
Right.
We've been in New Jersey for 7 years, but our organization has been in existence for 20.
What made
25.
25.
25.
You, what made you want to do this?
I-
Both of you, because you've been doing it longer, but.
Me, I knew I wanted to work for a nonprofit, but I didn't know I was going to work for a nonprofit whose focus was on HIV prevention. My mama talked too much. That's how I got this job.
Your mom going to see this.
When you say nonprofit, that means you don't get paid, right? You hear me?
No.
No, not
we
at
get
all.
paid.
We get paid.
We get
So
paid.
nonprofit is when.
We don't charge
We
for our
don't charge for our
services.
services.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people come in,
I'm about to say,
anything
7
that
years
we
not
offer
getting
is
paid
free.
a little crazy.
I mean, it's not a lot of money in the work that we do. So we definitely do this for the I would say our reward is our clients and seeing them progress from here to up here.
Right.
That's the reward. But we get paid.
Yeah.
So 7 years, 10 years, what made you want to do it then?
I by accident.
By
I
accident.
was working. Corporate America laid me off 3 times, and
You said what?
Corporate America. I started working in Corporate America. I was working for Cablevision and Comcast, and I got laid off. And
3 times from the same company?
I got 3 times from Comcast, Cablevision, once from Comcast. No, twice from Cablevision and 1 from Comcast. So
So they fired you and brought you back.
yeah, pretty much. So when my unemployment was to run out, one of the ministers at my church, that was my CEO at the time. She was my boss at the time, but she said, "Derek, you want to do some volunteer work?" I said, "Sure." I ain't got nothing but time, so I did that. She said, "I have a job opening up. Do you want it?" Unemployment about to run out. I said, "Bet, I'll do it."
Yeah.
So I had just gave my car back. I was like, either I'm gonna have to live in my car or live in an apartment. So car got repoed, and I have my own apartment still. So
Right. You doing this, so you don't work, do y'all work any other jobs, or is this your main?
This is my full-time job, but I also work part-time at Target.
Right.
But this is my
You don't have to
full-time.
like say where you work. But
Oh,
it's-
my bad.
No, sorry.
I work. I like talking about where I work, and so this is my full time job. But on the weekends, I work at Robert Wood Johnson Hospital in Somerville.
Doing the same thing, or just?
No, I do. I do. I'm like an operator, and
What you mean operator? Like you operate on people?
no answer phones. I just answer phones for now.
Okay.
Until my new position starts. So
Right.
at that point, I'll be able to do more work with them, with blood work and what I do.
So what is it that you actually do then? What is the process and?
So as far as so I'm an HIV tester and also linkage care coordinator.
Right.
Basically, what we do is we get funded to test people. We offer different types of incentives to people to get tested, learn their status,
Right.
do speaking and like sometimes schools or for my part, I don't. She does groups. My part, I just do the testing portion of it, get people tested, talk about their risks and any things that they may have heard about it, dispel any myths about HIV, because believe it or not, people still think you can get HIV from kissing somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I do. And then if they come back negative, great. Let's get you some other services. Do you need to get STD screening? Because STDs have gone up since last year. I received the email. Was it last year we saw that email? It was 25%. Yeah. So it was a nice little increase
Right.
in the STDs that we saw. And then even at the hospital, things come in that way as well.
Is this just Jersey or
Nah, so
Plainfield or?
So what we do, we're funded for Union County and Essex County. So Derek is the main tester. I'm the backup tester, only if Derek is not available.
Right.
But so my part of this is I do the outreach where I'm out in the streets and I'm communicating with the people
She
on
does
the
a good
streets.
job.
Thank you. So I just basically walk around with a flyer and some condoms. We work condoms too, so you can see what we pass out. With a packet of condoms, different condoms, flavor condoms, male condoms.
They still have flavor condoms?
Yes.
They still have flavor.
Which is really important because let me say this since I'm on here, right?
Flavor condom is important.
Yes, because
Why?
you know what I find interesting that men want to protect their penis, their dicks from a woman's vagina, but not her mouth.
Right.
There's chlamydia in people's mouths.
Hello?
You can get STDs through oral sex.
Wait. Let's slow down real quick.
I'm sorry.
No.
'Cause I get really- I'm
the
really trying to
chlamydia
understand.
in the mouth is what?
You can get STDs
How?
in your mouth.
Because
Same
your
way
mouth
you get
your mouth is a background for it's a bacteria. You can bacteria. It's a breeding ground for bacteria. So all that stuff that's in the back of her throat, and she give you head, she done suck someone else's dick, and then she
She
goes
would have to suck somebody's dick the same day though, right?
No, what's the
That shit can still be in you.
disease or the infections in your
Yeah.
body, and it's not cured or being treated, then they can easily pass it off to someone else.
From giving head?
Yes.
You can get HIV from getting
You
that.
get yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that-
it's a low
risk.
You
risk,
gotta
but it's
have
still a
a
risk.
cut.
No.
I
No,
So how would you get it from head?
actually bleeding.
Semen, vaginal fluids will come, nut, whatever you want to call it.
What? And I'm talking about if a chick is giving me fellatio.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that now. I'm sorry. Let me sit up properly.
Yeah, but no, I mean if she's giving me fellatio,
Yeah.
how can I get HIV from that?
So if she's giving you fellatio, okay. If she has actively bleeding gums or early stage gum disease, something like that, where the gums are consistently bleeding, or you may have flossed her, maybe said, "Well, I got a D
Brushed
coming
her
over,
teeth.
brushing my teeth, flossing," and she's HIV positive. The blood from her gums come in contact with your semen, and
Right.
that's cum and pre-cum.
Right.
So I tell brothers, pull-out method don't work, and not even with HIV. It damn sure don't work for pregnancy.
So do I gotta come? I
You
mean,
don't
I'm
have
going.
to. You
if
don't
I
have,
You
to.
don't have to.
So that's why it's important. Like people be like, when your mouth, like taking care of your mouth, going to the dentist is important because, like he said, once if the woman is HIV positive and she brushes her teeth or she just got really bad teeth and there's blood in her mouth, not something that you can visibly see.
Right.
But if she's performing oral sex on you, her blood is going to insert inside your penis,
Right.
and you now could be exposed to the
Or
HIV
even
virus.
vice versa, you know.
But that's why we said it's a low risk,
a
but
low
it's
risk.
still a risk.
Yep.
But when it
It's-
comes to STDs, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
what's the risk of me giving her?
That's a
Oral.
great question.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same
Is
thing.
it the same risk? I mean,
Yeah.
It's
I'm
the
going.
same risk, but it's
I'm on flesh though.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Because your mouth is still on, or the fluids are still gonna get in your mouth.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean, is
easier
my risk
for-
higher? Is my risk
When it
risk
comes
higher?
to oral sex,
Yeah.
no. But when
I
it
would say
comes
it's the
to
same
actual
risk.
penetration, when it comes to penetration, now
It's
we're talking about a
different.
whole different
Yeah.
situation.
So what's the difference between?
So when it comes to penetration, the person that's mostly at risk, the person's at risk for contracting something is the one that's insertive,
Right.
or the one that's either the woman that's being penetrated or whoever's being penetrated in their rectum.
Right.
That's who's more at risk from contracting HIV because of the space.
Right.
You know what I mean? The man we have just that one hole. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about other stuff too. But I guess you
Yeah,
got
we're
that one hole.
going to talk about all that.
But when it comes to entering and for fluids to go inside that hole,
Right.
it's not going to.
It's harder for a woman to give a man a STD or HIV, but it's easier for a man to give it to a woman.
Yeah,
That's
because
why the
it's-
rates in women are way
so much
higher
higher.
than
Right.
in men.
Right. Some good details.
Also, that's since I see your tattoos. Same thing with tattoos. We tell people if you get your tattoos done, go to a reputable place. Don't go to no tattoo party. Don't go to your man's shop.
Yeah, I don't fuck with tattoo parties, man.
Yeah, I
And
tell
even
my
when you
story
go
every
to a
time I
parlor,
go.
just make
Get one.
sure that the
Everything is
tattoo
new.
artist is new.
Yeah.
Even the ink. Make sure they're changing that ink pad
yep.
because there's traces of blood that's in that ink. So
Right.
make sure everything is new.
Yep. It's like when it comes to HIV transmission, unprotected sex, sharing needles. Any part of the needle. It could be the needle, the syringe. It could be the cooker, the cotton ball. Any part when someone's shooting up dope and they want to pull back their heroin to put into the syringe, they inject it in. They're not phlebotomists, so what they do is they put the needle in and they'll pull back. If they see blood, great, they're going to inject. If not, they pull back. They don't see no blood. They switch, go to the next one. That's why their veins get blown so quick.
Right.
Because they don't know what they're doing. So mind you, when I get into technical, they got their arm tied up.
Right.
Boom, they hit it in there, pull back on the needle, see if anything come out. They see blood, like I said, they'll inject. If it's not, they're pulling out, and at that point, when they pull out, they got this tourniquet. There's a device that's stopping the blood,
Right.
and it gets a bulge. They get a bulge in there at that
Right.
point, and that's called a hematoma. And they'll get a hematoma in there, and that's why you see them with like knots on their arms, or they got
On
like
their
on their
fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and their hands look real big and fat, and
And that comes from not getting
not doing it properly. Absolutely, and the messenger circulation.
right.
That's getting too technical. I'm sorry.
So, how many ways? Oh my God, my throat. How many ways is there to catch HIV? So we got sex, penetration.
Unprotected or condomless sex.
Say what? Condom?
We say condomless sex.
Right.
Oh, condomless. So you said condom. Like the what? All right. So unprotected sex, oral as well.
That's include
That's
unprotected
included.
sex.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's included unprotected sex.
Needles.
Yeah,
Sharing
sharing
needles.
needles.
Sharing
Of
needles.
any kind.
What
And the
else?
last one, another one would be through mother-child or perinatal infection.
If you mean like
So if a woman is pregnant,
HIV positive.
is HIV positive, and
It's possible that she can
it's
give
a very
birth
low
to
risk.
yeah.
HIV positive baby.
Right, it's very
Right.
low risk that can happen. But yes, because our medication, our science have gotten so much better
Right.
than back in the day.
It's not happening. It's only a 1% chance that a woman
Very-
who's HIV positive can give birth to a HIV positive
Yes.
baby. In America, in other countries, is is different.
Right.
Right.
But here in America, it's a 1% chance. But it's
I
still
know
a chance.
3 females that are positive, and one of them, she goes around and tells her story, and how she's HIV positive, her husband's negative, and her son is negative.
Her husband is negative.
And her son is
HIV negative, which means he does not have HIV, and her son is too.
So he has unprotected sex with her
Absolutely,
all the time.
It's
yes,
possible.
it's
yes.
possible. The reason being
You
now
have to be undetected, and there's a pill.
is a pill called PrEP. So PrEP is a pre-exposed prophylaxis. It is a pill that is prescribed to those that engage in behaviors that can put them at risk for HIV.
Right.
It's a pill
That is something else that Iris House that we offer. So if anybody who's interested in this pill, you
Does that
contact
pill
us.
cost money?
Yes, but we have ways of getting copay
Little to
assistance of getting to little to no cost.
How much is the pill?
Oh, don't get me lying because we on this.
It's
and
It was
If you was
just
a guest,
recently.
if you was
It's
a
a
guest.
lot
It's a
because
lot.
it recently the guy
What's a
who
lot?
bought the medication right.
Yeah.
He just got locked up for something.
Are you
because
talking about
he rose the prices to crazy.
yeah.
What's his name?
What's my guy name? The one that had the Wu-Tang shit? Him?
No.
You know what I'm
It's
talking
this- No,
No.
but this some white
someone
guy.
I can't think of it right now. I think you're talking about.
But the
Nah,
pill.
he bought the Wu-Tang album
Was
and all
it?
that shit, right?
Maybe.
no, this
You
is a
know
white
guy
guy.
talking about the white. Hey, Tank. You remember the white guy that bought the pill shit and he went up on the price and then he started doing wild dumb shit? He
That
bought the
might have
Wu-Tang
been
album.
him. Yeah, that might
He was
have
all
been
over the
him.
internet.
I don't know. Probably.
It
I know
probably
that
was
was.
him.
That
He's a
But he
fucking
was the
dick.
reason-
Like he
yeah.
talks like
Yeah.
a dick. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the reason why. And then when he got locked up, thank God for that. Well, thank God for that because of that he couldn't own the rights to the medication anymore.
Right.
So they put the prices at the regular price that it was before. How much the pill costs without insurance or assistance, that I'm not
I have
sure, but
patients
it's in the thousands.
I have patients that they're paying about with their insurance $75 for one bottle.
Damn, I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah,
So how many pills in the bottle? Is enough?
30 in 1 month.
So
month supply.
they got to take the pill
Every day.
every day.
Like it's kind of like birth control.
Right. Perfect example.
They got to have side effects of that, though, right?
It's the same
Every
side
side
effects
effects with
that you would
anything
take
else.
with like Advil or ibuprofen.
This the side effects of ibuprofen. What's
If
the
you take
side effects?
ibuprofen every day, like take two pills
2 to
every
3
day
pills a day.
for a long time, it could cause kidney failure and all that.
Which is why we recommend anyone take any long-term medication that you still go to the doctor. Make sure they're checking, which a
Get
lot of
your
our
blood
clients
work.
do. They get your blood work done, check your liver,
Right.
check your kidneys, and make sure everything is working up to a normal level.
So the pills, it just what?
It prevents the
It prevents the
HIV
HIV
virus
virus
from
from-
entering someone's system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and even like
That doesn't
now,
mean that you go get the pill and then go start fucking
no,
raw
it
all
don't.
the time.
No,
It does
it
not
doesn't.
work
Clear it up.
like that.
Let's
Because
clear that
honestly,
shit
It
up.
does not work
that's
like
why
that.
the STD rates have gone up because
Because
people
of
think,
PrEP.
oh, I'm on PrEP, I'm good. No, nigga, you still can get
Herpes, gonorrhea.
Don't get me started on that.
chlamydia.
Herpes, genital warts, and you got like HPV,
Yeah,
all that stuff. You're
hepatitis,
still
right? Is that-
Hepatitis
Yes.
B. Yeah.
And let me tell you about herpes and genital warts because I always talk about that in my sessions. Herpes and genital warts are skin to skin contact
It's
disease.
Skin to skin STDs.
Yes, there is trichomoniasis.
Trichomoniasis.
That's skin to
Herpes.
skin?
Yes,
I thought that was
You could get it from fingering
You
somebody.
could- yeah. So this
whoa,
one,
whoa.
It goes.
Whoa.
It goes into like it's a lot that
I'm
happens.
actually doing an
Go ahead,
abbreviated
go ahead,
session.
just
But
ahead,
who
go ahead.
fingers still? That's like some, child. That's some kid shit. Nobody finger no more.
Some people do.
I mean, not
Listen,
let
some
Some-
people do.
some people
let's
do.
Not talk about that. But you can get it where? Who can get it?
What?
If I'm fingering shorty,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can
You
get
know,
it.
Yeah.
back, like you know,
Wow.
how when
Because
people,
it's skin to skin. Because first of all, you can't see up in her vagina.
Yeah.
So if you're touching her, if your fingers are entering her vagina, you don't know what's going on inside.
Right.
So you're touching these active lesions that are in there, and the fluids from those lesions can get onto that. And then what you're gonna do with your fingers? You're gonna go like this. You're gonna scratch yourself.
if you don't wash your hands, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't wash their hands after you
And people want to do, and they want to get all sexy with it. They want to lick their finger and you know.
All type of wild shit.
Yeah.
So
when it comes to herpes genital warts, so people say, well, I know her, she clean, she good. You don't know what she got going on inside.
because once it's in your blood, you get
Right.
there's a-
So they'll put a condom on. You can put a condom on with someone that has herpes. You can still contract it because when you're having sex with her, your testicles are slapping her outer parts of her
Unless
vagina.
you use a female condom, which is the best condom that was ever invented, in my opinion.
Yeah, but the female condom is the big round joint, right? So let me see this thing, man. I've been, I seen it.
I am the biggest advocate for the female condom.
Now these are the ones I just use for demonstration. Okay.
So it does
Okay.
not come like this. Like they're really expensive. Female condoms is really expensive.
Yeah.
So we use these for demonstration purposes.
Yes, this big round ring with the
It is, and it's more lubricated. It's right now. It's dry
yeah,
because I show it. So you pinch like this,
yeah,
and the lady female with it insert it into her vagina
right,
You can do it.
yeah. It goes inside, right?
like that, and then
She takes these two fingers, or you can take these two fingers and you push it in, and once it's in, it'll open up like this,
Right.
and this part is inside of her vagina, and
Right.
this part is covering her whole vagina.
Right.
Which is why I'm an advocate for the female condom, because when it comes to skin STDs like genital herpes or genital warts, it's protecting her whole vagina and protecting your testicles as well as your penis. So, you don't have to worry
what
about
if
that.
she's like super wet? It's gonna get out of that, right?
No, it's gonna be it's in there.
Yeah, but if she's coming, right? I hate to be like this.
If she comes, it's gonna hit here.
yeah.
When you come, your semen's gonna be inside of
Right.
here.
It's not gonna come out still. You sure?
It's covering. Think about the vagina. This
Yeah, I know, that's
It's covering
covering
the whole
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So the only way it's gonna come out is if she's there, and then
Okay.
I mean,
just thinking like
sex can get messy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sex can get messy, but just protect
You gotta-
yourself.
yeah.
All right. So what if it's like the pussy? I hate
Go ahead. It's okay.
the vagina. I
Say it.
mean,
Just say it the way you
if
say
the
it.
pussy is
Yeah.
creamy,
Yeah.
then what?
This is gonna protect.
It still will
the cream
protect it.
is gonna be behind
It's gonna
that.
be behind it.
That circle part, that
Okay.
condom part.
I'm just that shit is fucking me up right now.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't this shit ease up a little bit? I mean, if you
No, it's going to
'Cause it
stop. Like
so
when
once
when
you
she
push it in,
comes.
right? So the condom's
Yeah.
in, right? And you fucking that little part ain't gonna just come up a little bit like when you draw back.
When
No.
when you pull out, when you pull out, of course the condom is gonna move, but you're at that time you're away from her vagina, so you
Right.
shouldn't be exposed to anything.
Right. But when the man uses his normal condom,
Mm-hmm.
you say you can get the herpes from him.
If she has, and you don't have to have a outbreak for somebody to be exposed to herpes. So just because you don't see it
Right.
doesn't mean it's not there.
So even if you use the condom, you can still get it regardless.
When you use a male condom,
Sometimes
you can
niggas
still
don't pull their shit all the way down, so it's that little bit of skin right there.
And you're exposing yourself to whatever she may or may not have.
or vice versa.
Or you can give it to her as well.
Yeah. Listen, Chris and I've been doing testing for a minute, and I don't know about her. I'm seeing more men testing now, but usually it's mostly women I see get tested. Because men don't get tested. They say, my girl's good, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's the.
They go off of that, but that don't mean anything.
No, it
because
don't.
let me tell you, I say men lie, women lie, results don't, right? So I will have clients that'll come in and they get tested, and then they'll say, well, you ask the guy if he want to get tested, and he's like, oh well, she don't got nothing, because if she had something, then I would know. Not necessarily, because she may have something and she'll get treated not knowing. She's afraid to talk to her partner about what she had or didn't have,
And she'll give it back
and
to
then
him.
it's just passing amongst each other, and nobody's talking about where did it come from. And yes, I have it, so now we need to both get treated for
Right.
it.
And then don't worry about
And
where
we
you
see
got
that
it from. We
happen
gotta find
a
it.
lot.
A lot.
Then they're like, well, I don't
And then
want
on
to say
top of that,
anything.
they'll say, oh, but that's my main girl. I got another girl on the side. So what do you think
The side one is fucking
Yeah.
everybody. too.
Somebody's doing something.
somebody doing something?
Right.
And just the way you can cheat, she can cheat.
Right.
And women are better cheaters than men.
Yeah, they cats.
And
Sneaky
it's
as
harder
fuck.
for like a lot of men don't show.
Nope.
Men don't show signs of STDs.
And what
Yeah,
are
you
the
do.
signs that we usually
It takes.
get?
It has to be in your system for a while.
No.
Or how
no,
healthy
no,
your
no.
immune system
if
is
you got
too.
chlamydia, it's about 2 days.
Depending on their
If
system.
you got gonorrhea, it's next day.
Depending on how healthy your immune system is.
Well, the
Because
thing
if you
is-
have a really weak immune system, it's going to show up right away. But if you don't have a weak immune system, it's going to take a while for it to show
So
up.
what you think is a while?
Like for instance, for HIV, it can be up to 10 years before anybody shows
Yeah,
any
well, see,
signs.
HIV, but I'm talking about as far as like
STDs.
STD, as far as chlamydia.
What are the signs and symptoms for a male, and what are the signs and symptoms for a female?
For a male, an abnormal discharge, which most male ignore.
That's it.
Yeah.
And burning with pee. Now, what are the signs and symptoms for female?
Yeah, it's no signs, right?
It's a
For-
lot.
It's a lot. That's
Discharge,
what I'm saying.
abnormal discharge, burning when you urinate.
Pelvic inflammatory.
Yes, it's a lot for
Pelvic
women.
what?
Pelvic inflammatory disease. You get abdominal pains.
Mm-hmm.
You can, if depending, because remember, a vagina is
It's
internal.
so everything happens on the inside of us.
Right.
And if it
And
starts
once
to
it
come,
start coming out, then
they've had it for some
Yeah.
time.
So
So you would never know. So for us, we know we got boom, we got some, we burning with pee, or we got some discharge. We gonna go to the doctor.
Men
and get a
don't know
shot.
about
they
the
ignore
trick.
most of it.
How you say it again?
Trichomoniasis.
Trichomoniasis.
Say
Also
trick.
known as trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say trick. Yeah.
Trick. Men don't know when they got tricked though. There's no sign really.
I haven't seen too many
Yeah.
people recently with trick. Most people, like lately, chlamydia rates
Chlamydia
and
and
gonorrhea.
syphilis.
I got a lot of clients who
Isn't
chlamydia and
there
gonorrhea that goes is up in the roof right
Is
now.
it one more? It's some like they send is a bacteria thing. What is that? Is they talking about? Is that trick? Because men don't be knowing they be having it.
Right.
I hear this.
So this is what I say. If you want to get checked out regardless.
Yeah.
Make it a part of your routine. You want to go look fly. You want to get your fresh jeans and your fresh sneakers, your fly outfit. Just the way you make sure your outfit look fly. Checked on the inside.
But
And
you
look
got-
at
you got-
yourself.
Look at and check everything.
That's what I'm saying. The trick one is you got men that's
Because they
getting
don't.
a trick and
It's
they
probably
giving
just
it
an
to every
abnormal.
female.
It's
Yeah.
like a
and the female's getting
discharge,
it.
and they probably think it's pre-cum, so they're ignoring it and thinking that it's just pre-cum. But your penis should not be dripping
And it's
every
not
2
erect.
minutes if you're not
The
excited.
trick one, you don't drip. There's
Not
there's
necessarily.
one. It's something. One of these. I don't know the
So I
name of
don't
it. I
know
know
what you're talking
this is bacteria shit that I remember spread. I don't know if that's trick. Supposedly the man
Bacteria vaginosis.
is that for the woman,
That's from
but
the
then
woman, yeah.
a man could give it to her though, right?
Bacteria? No,
Bac-
that's not an STD.
Yeah.
I'm not
sure?
sure.
It's really. I'm not
I'm not sure
gonna
what you're.
quote it.
Yeah, because I'm not sure which
sure
one
what
you're talking about.
I'm
There's
thinking it's
there's
trick.
over 25
yeah.
STDs in the world. I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
There's supposedly one where a man. All right, let's say for instance, you get treated, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then the man says there's nothing wrong with him. He doesn't have a discharge, but then they have sex again, and then the chick ends up with it again. What could that be?
It's an STD.
It could be another STD. She can have allergy. Some women could be allergic to semen,
Latex.
latex. It could be allergic to semen. It could be a lot of things.
Right. I don't know.
Again, so my thing is,
I'm not
only thing is, if you're not
heard about
sure,
it.
go to the doctors.
Right.
That's it. If you don't know what's going on,
If
don't.
appears on your body part that wasn't there, go to the doctors.
Right.
Okay.
But y'all mainly do the
HIV.
HIV.
HIV, yes.
So we said the ways was the unprotected sex, drugs,
Sharing needles.
Sharing needles.
drug usage. Yeah. Any other ways besides
Mother
that?
to child.
Mother child.
And then, but it's not in America, blood transfusions, but that hasn't happened since Ryan Wade.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any ways that people think you can get it from that
Brush
is
your
not?
teeth. Oh, not being. That's gross. But if you use someone's toothbrush, if you're washing
Sitting on a
dishes and you
public toilet
sitting on a
seat.
public toilet, washing your hands,
Eating
and you
off of
cut your
somebody
hands.
who's
Right.
HIV positive, swimming, hugging someone who's HIV. It's not possible to get HIV that way.
Right.
At all.
There's a lot of people, like you said, the kissing thing.
Yeah.
No.
You can't. Smoking a
Oh,
blunt
yeah,
after
smoking a
somebody,
blunt.
like smoking after somebody who's HIV positive,
Yeah,
you cannot
smoking,
contract
yeah.
HIV that way.
Right.
Not at all.
Because if you think of
mean-
it this way, that's a very common. Kissing is very common.
Right.
If that's gets
will be
everybody will
HIV
have it.
positive.
Yeah. True.
And there's a theme that I wanted to talk about because we kind of skipped over
Yeah.
that. The U equals U. Have you heard of that?
No.
So U equals U means undetectable equals untransmittable, which means if somebody has HIV positive and they're undetectable,
Right.
they can no longer pass the HIV virus to someone else.
So when it means when someone means that when someone says
should
they're
probably
undetectable,
go ahead, my bad.
That's okay. Tag team, it's all good. So when someone's undetectable, so someone's HIV positive, and they go to the doctors like they're supposed to, take their medication like they're supposed to. The viral load is what the virus. That's what we look for in the blood. Well, not we, but
Right.
the doctors will look for in the blood. And the viral load just shows how much virus is in the body.
Right.
Okay. CD4 or T cells are the cells that help fight off the cold.
Right.
When your viral load is high, which means you're more infectious, your T cells are usually low.
Right.
So now when it comes undetectable means that your T cells are higher
Right.
and your viral load is lower.
Right.
Okay, and that's where they say that you are undetectable, which is why people are able to achieve pregnancy through through sexual conception.
So if you're undetectable, and I
It's a
have,
lower.
risk.
It's no. This the
That
CDC
person is still
says
HIV positive,
the person is
but they
HIV
can no
positive.
longer pass the HIV
Right.
virus.
right,
That's according to the CDC.
but they still got the virus though,
Absolutely
but it's undetectable.
correct.
Right. I never knew that. Learn
They
something
just
new.
declared it, but it's
It's
been that way for a while. But the
Yeah, but the
CDC
2
just
years ago
declared
just
it,
really-
said
yeah.
that U
Right.
equals U.
So y'all ride around. Y'all just stop anywhere, or do y'all have set locations, or
Depends. We usually sit back. Like we just did a calendar recently. And
Like we just last week,
Monday,
Monday
Friday.
and Tuesday was really nice. So we just got in a van. Was like, we're just gonna ride around Playfield
Yeah.
and just park the van and see who want to get tested. But most of the times we come up with locations that we think people will be outside chilling or hanging out.
Right.
And most of the time we pull up at liquor stores, hangout spots. Might be back in the day, we probably would have hung out at Kennedy's, like somewhere where we know we have a lot of people who would be interested in coming to get tested.
so you pull up and then you get out the truck and then I guess you do
Yeah,
your routine.
Derek stays in the warm side of the truck, and I go out and I talk to random people. Like I just walk up to people and just
She really
I
does.
Somebody
really
wanna
I don't
get
even have like a
tested.
technique. I just what you doing?
Yeah.
You
Really.
got you
can
busy.
converse
You go
well,
somewhere to go.
definitely.
So just come on and get tested for 20 minutes.
Right.
It only
And
takes
then
20
you get-
minutes. It only
that's
takes
it.
20 minutes. Just come on.
It's so you get the results right there on the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
What happens when if somebody comes and it ends up positive?
What do you mean?
You keep
So-
that confidential.
Of course.
Of course. We
So the
cannot.
first
What
test.
do
so
y'all
what-
what do y'all do with the person though? Do y'all tell them what to do now or?
Yep, I get them. We'll talk. They will come meet with me. We'll sit and talk and get a plan together. Let's talk about getting you into treatment. Are you ready for that? Let's talk about partners. You ready to disclose about partners? It's all on them.
Right.
Is
But
there
New
anybody
Jersey
you
has a
wanna talk,
95% success rate of getting people linked into care.
Right.
So we want to continue that.
Right.
And the moment you get into care, it's important. As soon as you get into care, that lets you know that you'll be able to live a lot longer.
Right.
People are living 20 and 30 years now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The medication.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
most people who are diagnosed, they want to get treated
Immediately.
right
Right.
away. There's no
I
like,
have not anybody say, "Oh, I don't want to do it." That's
Has
all-
anybody
what-
flipped out before?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
when-
I've had people flip out.
Go crazy on the spot?
most people
But
know.
they were.
Like,
this person was being dramatic.
most people, I
Yeah.
feel like most people know. Like, they come in because either somebody said something
Right.
to them, they saw something, they read something, and they like, let me just go get this confirmed.
Right.
Most people who come in and get tested and come back HIV positive, they had a feeling, or like I said, they saw maybe a medication bottle on a dresser, or somebody told them like, well, you know that they
person
have
you dealt
HIV,
with,
they
right.
have it, and they know, so they just come to get
The
basically
confirmation.
to get confirmed.
Right.
Those who, what would you say? Those who are shocked. Or,
The people that don't know shit that just go there like, I just want to get tested.
Honestly, so let me just. So people have their own conceptions, and I tell people I've been doing this for 10 years, and I think I told this before. I have never tested someone that will probably think that will be HIV positive. What they would try to point out a prostitute. Okay, we'll use that. I have not tested a prostitute positive yet. Now I've had some come up to me and say, "Hey, listen, I've been out of care for a long time. I'm ready to get back in care."
Right.
But the ones that come back positive are the ones that've been faithful to their partner.
Right. Supposedly.
no,
They're
they're
the faithful
faithful.
one comes to get tested.
There's married couples who you find out that they were positive after their spouse passed away. That's how they found out.
You don't have to get
So,
tested for HIV to be married in the
Yeah.
state of New Jersey.
Right.
I mean, like, most statistics say most people who come back positive are those who thought that it could never happen to
Right.
me.
Absolutely.
That's what statistics say. Like Derek pointed out, prostitute, also known as a sex worker.
Can you
worker.
find out how long they had it for or no? Is that possible?
The
or
blood work can
The
say
blood
how
work
long
can, but it's not like for sure. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I like to tell people, I say, you know what? I'm gonna let you have your moment.
Right.
I'm gonna let you have your cry. I'm gonna let you do that, but just think about the present and the future.
Right.
Let's focus on what we just find out today and how we're gonna live a normal life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that I don't know. I just try to coach them and to say, listen, to who you got it from right now, we'll find that out. Let's get you on track first.
Right.
And by the time that I got them on track, or we got them on track, because we work together, once I get them on track, they don't even care at that point.
Right.
They don't.
They just
So
wanna
do they
get
continue to
themselves
deal
up
with
there.
you guys or they just go about
They
their
come for
business?
us for maybe moral support, but when I tell them, listen, you go to doctors, you want me to come to your doctor? I've gone to doctor's appointments with them because doctors will use jargon, use medical terms with them. I'm like, listen, don't talk to them that way. Ask questions. By the time they leave me, they're empowered enough to do it. But just in case if they need me, they need company and need support, myself or Crystal,
Yeah, they'll
we'll go.
call back
Right.
just to check in and let them know like how they're doing, or if they fell off
Right.
and they need some assistance or they
Right.
need encouraging words or whatever case may be. But like you said, once they go through Derek's boot camp, I would say,
Derek's boot camp?
yeah, that's what I would call it. Derek's boot camp. They
thank
feel
you.
empowered
Yeah.
enough to I can do this myself now,
Right.
and if I need you, I'll call you,
Right.
Right.
and then we move on to the next thing.
What's some of the questions that you asked before if I was to get tested? What were the questions you asked me?
When's the last time you got tested? That's
Number
wonderful.
one question.
Number one question.
Have you ever
Have
been
you
tested?
ever been tested?
Right.
How many sex partners have you had in the last 6 months? Honestly.
And what is your condom usage on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all the time? How often do you use condoms?
Right.
What condoms do you use?
That-
Do you have
Latex, polyurethane, sheepskin. What kind of condoms are you using? What kind of sex are you having? Anal, vaginal, oral? Okay, if you're having vaginal sex, what kind of we need to know
Even
what.
if look, and I say some of these questions may pertain to you, some of them may not. Do you shoot up? Meaning, do you inject drugs do you inject yourself with drugs?
Right.
Your tattoos, were they done professionally? There's some people that have gotten them done in jail. Were you the first person to use ink? Okay. Have you been, if they say, no, I wasn't, have you been tested for Hep C? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Those are, it's just, if the session.
Are you and your partner
being
monogamous
seen,
to
yes.
each other? Like, is your partner being monogamous to you, or you just being monogamous to your
Right.
partner? Because a lot of people, and we do couples testing
Yes.
too. So a lot of people come in and they think that they're in a relationship with somebody,
Yes.
and then we get in this chair.
Has that happened before?
What?
You get in the chair and it's like, oh, I didn't know it was just me and you. And then at that point, we like, okay, we're gonna do different testing.
Yeah.
Because when they sit in that chair and shit get real, that's the longest. When I did my first HIV test, I ain't gonna say when, but I did my first HIV test. That before the test for 15 minutes. That was the longest 15 minutes of your life.
Tested.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know what it feels like to be in that chair, even though you know what you do and who you're with. I'm not with my partner 24/7. I don't know what my partner is. I trust my partner, but things happen, right? So you sitting in this chair for 20 minutes, and all of a sudden,
you thinking everything.
all these things happen in your head, and you're like, "Fuck, damn, nah, wait." So at this point, it's me and Derek's job to make you not look at the test, because first thing we do is push the test away. Because if we don't, this is them every 2 seconds. Yeah. Yep. What that mean?
You don't know what you're looking at. Stop looking at it.
So stop looking at the test.
You make my job longer.
Oh, so what you mean? You put it in the something? I mean, after you take the blood.
So the test kit is it's a little strip about this big, and it has a little pattern here that you can drop your blood. Right. So what I do is I'll prep your hand. I'll just check to see if your hands are calloused. Right. And because it's hard to prick, so I will select the finger. I will then take the lancet, prick your finger, wipe off the first drop of blood. Then I'll take my pipette, pull the blood through. Give you a piece of gauze while I put this on the test kit, start the timer. Right. While that's starting up, because I got to wait a minute, I'm going to give you a...
The consent form.
No,
consent form before. Sorry. So we have to do a consent form before we do a HIV. This is also important too. So people are like, I get tested all the time when I go to my doctor. If you're not signing a consent form, you're not being tested for HIV, because you have to get permission to do an HIV test. Right. And a lot of people think, I go get my yearly physical. Just because you do your yearly physical don't mean they're testing you for HIV or STDs. Right. You have to say it. Right. But so you have to sign a consent form before we do the HIV test.
And please read it.
Yes. Don't just be like,
just don't skim through it. But
I signed it. I didn't read it.
You should
always
read it.
You should always read it.
I mean, when I do my test and I'm on Derek do the test, we tell you what it says. Right. But I always tell my client to read it themselves. Why? Just in case you change your mind. Because like I said, when the test results come back, there's a lot of emotions that if it's negative or positive, because there's some people who come back negative and they in the chair, they just crying like, thank you, God. And you're like, okay, because there's a lot that's happening. So I'd rather you make sure you want to do this test, because if you threaten to harm yourself or anybody else, then we're obligated by law to call the police, because we cannot have that.
No. But so you don't know that. You don't know if they're going to...
You don't. That's why we want you to read it. And then
form.
After you read it, then you can say, okay, I'm ready to take this test. Okay.
Right, because so what if your test come back positive? I'm about to go jump in front of a train. Whoa, wait, no, we're not doing this. No, we can't. No, calm down.
Can you tell any stories or no?
No,
that's confidential.
It's confidential. I mean, I can say stories without names, but...
I mean, not like... I mean, as far as like, you said, has a couple came in, and they sit with each other and they both get a test, and then the other person like, oh shit, I can't...
I haven't had that experience.
No, I haven't got.
Like, you mean if we had somebody came back and they were positive and one person was negative?
If me and you were together and we went to see Derek, now you not fucking nobody, but I'm fucking somebody, and you don't know. We take the test.
Oh, and
you know you don't have it because I'm only fucking you. Only fucking me. Now we go get the test from Derek, and then it comes back positive. Has it ever happened?
No. I've been doing a couple sessions for 3 years now,
and I have
not gotten that yet.
The only thing that we've
That's
gotten
good,
is
That's a great thing.
Yeah,
it is. But I would like to have that. I would like to experience that
because we're trained.
I want to see that, and I would love to see someone that because when it comes to couples testing, it's a whole different beast. You know what I mean? The consent form is totally different from the one you normally would sign. Because one of the things that we talk about in couples testing is we're going to focus on the present and future. And I was like, when I heard that, I said, you know what? From now on, even when I get someone in my just an individual test, we're going to focus on the present and the future if your test come back positive. Right. You're going to share your results with each other in front of me
at the same time.
At the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to respect each other, whatever decisions are going to be, and you're going to support the person in whatever decisions you're going to make.
Has anybody laid the truth on the table before?
A couple of tests. There's a procedure. Like when they come in, we ask questions. We ask them questions together. Then we ask them questions separate. And that's when we figure out. Then we determine if that couple is ready for HIV testing together. Right. Because, like I said, one person could be thinking that they're just with that person, and the other person like, oh nah.
So you don't ask the questions together?
Before
the test, because we want to make sure that no one's coerced to being tested.
Right.
So she's not. So since we're talking about you and Chris, so it's not Chris saying, "Well, you're gonna get tested because I heard." No, because then I can bring the guy.
Or situations where it's a sex worker and a pimp. Yeah. Because we have situations like that too, where we had to find out if she
It's safe,
is safe
in a
and
safe
it's
place.
this okay experience for her, because we know.
Yeah, I mean, y'all separate them when you ask the questions. Y'all don't ask the questions while they're together.
Certain
Sometimes.
questions we don't. Certain
Right.
questions we don't. Like I know I've experienced something where I felt that someone was being
Made to do
made
stuff
to
that
do
they
stuff
weren't
they didn't want,
wanted to.
and I feel that way. I'm like, okay. At that point, I said, listen, do you want to take this test right now by yourself, or do you want to take it together? I don't want to take it with him. No problem. So once I come back out there, I said, at this present time, I don't think you guys are a good candidate for couples testing. I have you come back in 3 months,
Right.
and then we'll see if you guys are ready at that point.
Right.
And that's how I'll do it. And I haven't had any problems.
In there, we ask some questions to make sure that they're in a safe environment,
Right.
because it could be a.
I learned
like
that
said,
with
a
this one. She
pimp
told
in
me
a
about
sex
that.
worker situation, and she may need help.
Help.
Right. Oh shit.
Crystal has. I mean, I've watched her go above and beyond getting people help. Like, and like it made me challenge it made me get my head. Like, let me get my head together, because I'm slacking on something. So I watched her go from the beginning to the end, and I'm the same way. I watch when I get someone, I'm following that person from the beginning and to end.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you come back and see the person, they're doing great. I just ran to one of my clients when I was in another city, not in Plainfield, and he was doing good. I was really happy to see him. I was like,
Right.
yo, disclosure was very, very important for him. And as soon as he told his parents, he was good.
Right. Oh, you
They
felt
gave
better.
him the best care and
in
everything.
New Jersey, you could be 13 to be tested for HIV without parent consent. So you don't need your parent consent. 13 and up to do
Right.
HIV testing.
Has any young?
I've tested as young as 14 years old, as old as 75.
I mean, do the young crowd come to you?
We used to offer a program that attracted young people. I used to do a group for young ladies, and that's how we did testing through them. And they came to us. They usually come to us for condoms,
Right.
but when you want these condoms, don't you come and get tested? And they like, okay, Crystal, and they'll come
Right.
and get tested. But mostly we test mostly like my age population is hard to get. I'm 29, like. That age from 21 to 30, it's hard to get them to come in and get tested, because I don't know why. I guess they don't think it can happen to them, so they don't
Right.
want to get tested. But mostly we test, like, I would say 35 and up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We really get like a 21-year-old.
Yeah,
or
the
22
young ones don't come as
the
often
young
as they
ones
should.
is-
Unless
yeah.
we're out in the street, that's different. We'll get them in the street.
What you mean, like just walking around?
Roman, yeah, we're just doing mobile testing.
Oh, this is very some good knowledge to know.
But I want to talk about the programs that I
Got it.
do. So I do a group for young women, 18 to 29. It's called Sisters. So the reason why that I used to do a young men's group too. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of heterosexual young men group, which I miss that group, because men are so easier to talk to about protecting themselves. When women, it's harder to get them to understand that your body is important and you need to protect it.
Right.
So that group is it's just a group of women. We kind of come and meet once a week and talk about how to protect themselves, but not just how to protect themselves, because a lot of reason why women women trust men, right? They trust their partners because they love them. They don't want to hurt them. And if their partner's saying, I don't want to use a condom, they won't use a condom. But statistics say if women told men to use a condom, men would use it. If a woman don't say, where's the condom, a man's usually not
Yeah.
going to say, let me go get a condom.
Right.
The woman has to do it.
Right.
And there was a post on, what's her name, Facebook about that, if a woman carries a condom, if she's a hoe or not. I think she's responsible personally, because if you pulling up at my crib at 3 o'clock in the morning and we know what today
No
is.
service?
Oh, we got to go?
Yeah.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
you gotta go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I do
good. We
that
got
group.
enough time though, because it's about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Where can they find you at?
630 East Front Street, Plainfield, New Jersey, in the back of Mount Zion AME Church. You'll see the van right there parked in the back.
It's right diagonal from Barlow Elementary School. So the corner of Berkman, I would
On the
say.
corner of Berkman, right there on the corner of Berkman.
There's a building over there?
It's a church.
It's a church.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
You'll
know
see
what
our
you're
sign
talking
on the front.
about. Right.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Anything else y'all want to? Any
Promotion for our event.
Oh yeah, so we have an event that's coming up next week, February the 19th. It's basically a movie night, and we're gonna be watching 50 Shades of Grey, and we're gonna talk about the movie, do a condom demonstration, because there is a right way to put on a condom, and we're gonna have food and popcorn and stuff. That's it. So
Right.
Friday 8 at 630 East Front Street.
you got any
19,
website
19.
or
Oh, follow us on Instagram, Iris House _NJ. Our Facebook is Iris House New Jersey, I think.
So yeah. I'm gonna be on that
And that's
one.
it.
right?
The Instagram we mostly be on.
Yeah, Instagram.
Any questions you can ask, she's our webmaster right here.
No, I just be on IG.
So they can just ask direct questions to the.
Yeah, and we get a
Absolutely.
lot of those too. Like a lot of people from different parts of not just in New Jersey.
No.
They inbox us and ask us questions about HIV.
We've
and
actually
STDs.
gotten messages from out of state, out of New Jersey.
People that come and reach out to us.
I want to thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for letting me come
having
through.
Yeah, this is something people really need to know. Get tested. and
Agreed.
Definitely.
The ways of getting it and ways of not getting it.
Agreed.
And STDs as well, which is, like you said, out of control. I keep hearing about that. That's why I'm married.
Yeah,
Faithful.
Plainfield is number 9 in New Jersey with the highest HIV rates.
New Jersey is
in New
number
Jersey.
5 still
Yeah.
in the United States.
Number 5 in the state.
New
5 in the
Jersey
state.
is number 5.
whole.
Plainfield is number 9 in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Currently, there's over 2,000 people living with HIV in Plainfield.
Who's number 1?
Is it Trenton?
It's no Camden. It's still tied with Camden and
It's
Newark.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
It's still tied.
Newark?
Essex County.
Essex County is. Yeah,
Is this, would you think this is like a young, or it could?
I'm seeing 18 to 25, but I think that needs to change because
1825 is hot, the highest.
yeah, I want to say it differently because we just said what age group we usually test. It might be. It varies. I would have to see that. I would have to see the new numbers. It should be coming in very soon.
Right.
And if you follow us on Instagram, I'm sure we will be posting that on there as soon as we get the statistics on
What's
that.
the Instagram again?
Iris House _NJ.
_NJ. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Hopefully, just could touch somebody. Get
Get tested, yeah.
Please. Do. All right, this is 104. I'm out. I need to go home and eat anyway. We got a bunch of shit I gotta do. We out.
Thank you.
Thank you.